Greetings, all you fearfully wonderful. It is Jones, and I'm joined here by
Mary Mars.
Hello. Today we are going to do a rapid ramble on Little Nightmares 3, the backstage.
Yay!
The DLC released, I think, maybe a week or so at this point of recording. I gave it a chance, and I gotta say, it was a really, really good job. I was much more impressed with watching this, because we can't afford this, but watching this. And there were some things I wanted to talk about with the law, so we're just gonna rapidly ramble our way through it. The audience is not gonna even believe how fast we go, right? So we start off with the same way all Little Nightmares games start, is like with a
spooky
dream
character
sequence. We see Alone there in the distance, kind of swaying. Everything is so dreamlike and subtle and ooh. And then in the shadows, a hand approaches and she turns to look at us. And the direction the hand sways matches how she sways as well, right? So it starts going to the left and she goes to the left, and then it straightens out and she straightens out, right? It's matching the thing. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, my theory is confirmed. I called this 100%. Alone is genuine in her love for Louis. They are good friends,
Right.
but this world, this place, the nowhere, still has control over her. This is puppetry image. The perfect lady, which we're gonna see, is representative of the control this world exerts on her, and because she's friends with Louis, this is also representative of the control she has on Matic him. But watch my video, I was so happy. I'm like, yes, my theories are coming out. No, it's not much of a theory if you know the Sounds of Nightmares podcast, but whatever, I still felt really accomplished. Okay, so he wakes up, he's like, oh, what? He checks his map, as always, and then we're interrupted by a new character called Dime.
Flashka.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Dime's fine.
Flash Girl. That doesn't sound correct.
Flashka, it's cute. Flashka.
Okay.
Okay, Flash Kira.
Nothing Flash. I don't
Okay,
like Flash.
fine.
Okay. So she flashes she flashes into the room, and there are
Yes.
these bandaged shadow children chasing her. Louis is
They're
quick
not
on his
like
feet.
Little ninjas or something.
In the first game, it was all about masks. Here, it's about bandages.
If they wear bandages, does that mean, like, the lady that flashes at them, or the eyes, is it gonna affect them? I guess if they're still getting affected by the light, the bandages are quite useless.
I think, yeah, it could be. I think I also see it as the bandages are inhibiting their ability to make judgments or opinions on something. Like, you don't want their eyesight or their input into something. That's what I think, but I haven't really fully thought about it. But yes, so we're introduced to the flash mechanic. Louis saves Dime and they disappear, and we start to explore the world, which, by the way, this world looks just so beautiful. I don't know. It's
scary. What are you saying?
Yeah, but it's macabre. It's a macabre beauty, right? Which is weird because the first game has more environments, right? And those are not ugly environments, but man, it feels so tight. Everything just feels so like you could live here, right? I could see myself living here with all these creepy masks and stuff.
No, thank you.
So yeah, we see that the flash mechanic reveals invisible ink. So we see these kids have made a name for themselves, right? Putting invisible stuff around, having fun, just being kids, even in this dire situation, which I think is very similar to Sounds of Nightmares attitude, where Ruth tries to be a chipper girl, right? Tries to be confident, even using the name that her bullies used against her, Noon, or No One. She uses it empoweringly, like Noon, rather than No One, right? Like, these kids try to be positive in this world, but it slowly eats away at them, and that's, like, I think what the shadows represent. Like, you fade away, the world kind of eats away at you, and your optimism and your childishness slowly gets uprooted, as the ferryman says. The environment seems more like a house. It starts off house full of masks and stuff. So we see this guy's office. It's now like a library kind of place. Who probably died from food poisoning. But we have him studying, right? And you see, like, part of it is child experimentation. Like, they take this cheese from this poor kid. Man, it's so dark.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, it's because I'm a nerd. That's why I get these things. But anyway, it's like a house setting, and inside the hidden crevices of the house is these themes of experimentation, the darker parts of the nowhere maybe found, and then we get to now the darker parts of the house, the more hidden parts where there's these rats around, right? So obviously we instantly kill them.
Oh, I felt so bad for that rat. Come
just
on
to
now.
get through.
And the kid.
Now, I do have a theory on this. I'm not 100% convinced on this, but what's interesting about this puzzle, right? The electricity is on the other side, right? You can't pass there because it's water and it will shock you. So you have to redirect the electricity to the rat. So that got me thinking, right? I was thinking about why are they showing us rat experimentation room? That guy probably upstairs was a researcher or something. Normally, in the real world, we are more okay with scientists experimenting on rats first to see if like a medical product is okay for a human being to take, right? Like rats serve as a more ethically okay source.
I still think it's a bit much, but anyway, how are they gonna test
Yeah,
the
because
medicine?
I think the reason we're more okay with it is because we find them pests anyway, bringers of disease. Rather than just killing them, the argument might be that, well, we can just use them to test out brains.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I guess
that's what this room made me think about. And the fact that you have a puzzle that you can't pass, these two can't live except by first killing rats, and then now the benefit of, well, passage is given to them because of the sacrifice of the rats, I felt was something that the writer were trying to communicate to us, right?
these rats are. Is it the camera angle or the rats are bigger than the kids?
Well, yeah, this world is pretty big. Like,
Wow.
proportions don't really make sense.
That's actually it's dead and gutted.
So anyway, you explore a little bit more, and then you reach Dime's house. She made a little
That's a cool
name for
crib.
herself. Yeah, a little crib. She understands electricity. It's very interesting.
It's very
And-
smart, really.
Very smart, yeah. So this shows that, unlike him, she's stuck here. So I
Really,
think
yeah.
she's slowly turning into a shadow child, but like the paint we saw on the walls, these kids do try to just make the best of what they can in this macabre world. And it's that joy that nowhere seems to like, right? The world nowhere seems to like peeling away at that joy and the optimism and the vibrancy or the vitality of youth. So she's stuck here. He's not. He's a passenger. But yeah, she's like, hey, this is my place. So then he has a map, right? And she's like, oh, it's okay, just show me. So he trusts her. Very cool kid. I like Louis.
He's
He
really
trusts
down to her.
Two things I want to note. We know that the map is not a real map. It is just a picture of a house and him happy with his doll and himself. He's trying to find a way home because he's stuck in a mental asylum, right? He has that ankle bracelet. He's stuck in a mental asylum that's trying to use these children to research and find passage into nowhere, which again is similar to the rats, right? They take on the bad so that you can learn, and then you take on the good, which is getting to nowhere. So he's trying to get home from that. And we know that the map is nonsensical. It's just a home, but it does work in the first game. And what I find interesting is that she seems to understand also what the map is referring to. She doesn't like look at it and say, oh, that's a cute drawing. She's like, she understands that, oh, this means that we have to get out of here. So that's interesting. So she's like, if you're gonna survive, you're gonna have to put this on, mate. You're gonna have to survive.
He
You
does
wanna
look
be
cool,
like
though.
me. I also like this scene was really nice because it also shows a lot of character for Dime, right?
Yeah.
That sure he helped her, sure, but the fact that she's willing to leave her home
Yeah.
and go all the lengths that she goes to help him is such a sweet character moment. It's so subtle but very, very sweet. So anyway, they both have their light lamps and they get going. So we move a little bit along and we get to a tram station. So I think we've left that dude's house now, a setting. I'm not 100% sure on the environment.
1 second.
Yeah, sure.
What is a tram? Guys, I'm sorry, I don't really use these things. But what exactly is a
You
tram?
know what?
Yeah.
I know the word, but I don't know the meaning.
I'm sorry.
So they get onto what I think is a tram, and as they're going, he checks the map again, and she's like, again, she points, right? So she knows what the map is referring to. It's not just a house for her. So I find that very, very fascinating, is that the whole construct of this world works on dreams. I think it's very important for us to remember that while we're seeing stuff and electricity and objects and very clearly stuff that can hurt people, it's a whole construct that works specifically on dreams, right? And the fact that she can see what he's doing, just imaging, right? Just him imaging home helps her to see, because both of them are dreaming. It's shared dreams. She can see his dream, and so she knows, you're looking for the doll. I know where the doll is. So I wanted that. I think that's what the game is reinforcing. We're seeing physical images, but that he writes down his dreams, and that manifests to her mind, and she knows, oh, I see where your dream is going. Anyway, that's what I took from that. So as they're going, they meet the perfect lady swaggering away. Ooh, very spooky. And so we walk around, do a little bit of exploring. So we're seeing this more, what era would you call this, where you have these large skirting? It's like a more
kind of like the
traditional
50s or something, or even the early hundreds, really, for being
Right, yeah.
honest. You're stabbing my head.
Yeah, so we're introduced to the perfect lady. From the podcast, we kind of knew she was like this already, but seeing it very explicit here, how desperate she is.
That must hurt a lot.
Yeah, desperate she is for image, right? Like stitching on new skin onto her face. And again, remember the rats. Experiment on the rats to get benefit for yourself. Or you have to hurt the rats so that you can get the benefit. So wherever she's getting that skin from, again, let's not think of them as real skin. Think of it as the pain that her subjects have gone through, that then she can use for her benefit, but it's not 100% convincing because she looks ugly.
Hey, don't be rude. Oh, she's trying. What happened to her mouth?
I'm glad you asked. Yes.
Oh,
so
wow.
we're introduced to her mouth.
I didn't notice she did that in the game.
Anytime she opens, the stuff that she aims at freezes.
What if that's actually her actual eye?
Well, I do think the eyes do move.
Oh, right.
But
okay.
yeah, an eye in the mouth, I wasn't sure what to make of it. I'll still have to reflect on that a little bit. She doesn't kill it. I don't have it in my footage, but she doesn't kill this rat. She's just like, oh, it's just a rat. We go to
That's a
living
nice
quarters.
room,
This is nice. It feels so comfy but macabre at the same time. It's weird. It's like an improvement, even though the first game has more environments and also is pretty. This one just feels so cozy and yet twisted. It feels like the first game. So they keep exploring her house a little bit.
The claw.
And then I wanted to show you this room. I was very excited, but basically, in the podcast, Ruth describes herself as hiding in a box because she hears the perfect lady coming in and she wants to hide. So it seems like it's this room because she mentions
a
I think she
nice
mentions a
jacket
coat.
too.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
a
is
coat.
the Purple Puppeteer's coat.
It looks good.
Yeah, I think she mentions it. And she mentions a few other things in the room that made people like, what's going on here? Because in this room, I'm sure you missed it because you're not
I'm
as
sorry,
picky
guys.
as me.
It takes me ages to
In
notice
this
stuff.
room, it's very subtle, but there seems to be a yellow raincoat in the back over there.
Oh,
isn't
no.
that
How do you notice
interesting?
these things? I like legit. I would think it was
interesting?
just a mannequin.
Yeah, it is definitely a yellow raincoat in the back there, and which matches with what she said also in the podcast. She's like, I saw a coat and a yellow raincoat, and Otto's like, whoa, yellow raincoat? And so it starts to bring on these larger themes of the world of fitting into role. We don't know if it's Six's raincoat, but the fact that it's there means that Six plays a role, right? It's all about these cycles and fitting people into their respective roles. And again, the rats come into this again because you test benefit, and then once the benefit is ready, you use someone who is now the proper role to fit into that suit, into that raincoat, so to speak. So that's what I took from this room, is that not only do we have Six here being set up as someone who is inevitably going to serve as the leader of the Maw, But you also have this guy here, the purple puppeteer, who is supposed to be the leader of the Carnival, So this room made me like spin around and go, ah! So yeah, we move on. We see more bandaged kids. We hide in a box, and we're now introduced to her proper. Yeah, her
that's
animation is so good. I love
it doesn't
how they
feel
animated her.
human at all, but I tell she's trying. The
Yeah.
walk is quite okay.
And you mentioned this before, but yeah, it is interesting that she also has a winding mechanism.
Yeah, it's
on
like
her
a
back.
wine thing.
Again, symbolic of control, that her movements are not her own per se, but
Huh.
although it is her as well, like she clearly has her own personality and thing.
She's clocking it, guys.
Bruh. So this is a nice detail I noticed. They're switching up the puzzles where she actually takes the the fuse that you spent a long time getting.
But what if she needs
Yeah.
it to see where she left her
Well, she doesn't use it.
knitting things?
She doesn't really use it, but could be. Yeah, could be she has some utility. I didn't have the footage, but you try to do a puzzle that when I watched YouTubers do it, they struggled with a lot. Like on average, people struggled. I think I would have liked it because it was tricky. Like that's what I want to see from Supermassive games, is that they step up the puzzles and give people a challenge, but also make them not feel like they're
Too
losing.
frustrated, yeah.
Too frustrating. So this player also struggled a little bit. He cut the footage because of how much he was struggling. But anyway, it's like you can't even see how close of a call it is. She doesn't like flashing. She's like,
Oh, but she
Uh,
does the same thing. That's interesting.
I did
Oh
not-
no!
Yeah, he opened the door, but he's like, what am I supposed to do? So yeah, people were frustrated with that. I don't know. I like challenge, but it has to feel fair as well, right?
Yeah, I just
Anyway.
wish the other AI would be faster. That would be more helpful.
Maybe they can patch. So she's like, get back here, you rapscallion! You go upstairs, and then she's suddenly here as well.
Not gonna lie, she has a nice house.
It's really beautiful. She tries to keep things up. So
Oh,
we're introduced
yeah,
to
the children.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're introduced to more of these bandaged children. They seem to be in a hypnotic state as well, all facing. I think there was a music box playing at this point. I forgot, but yeah, she's there stroking a doll. I don't know what she's doing. Is he like holding a bandage? Or I couldn't really see. The kid seems okay though. The kid is like turning around, saying, "Hey, keep stroking me."
Huh? She might be stringing it. I think she's
She's
stroking
brushing.
it.
She's definitely brushing.
it.
It's just that
Okay.
her hand seems so stationary, like she's holding something in place. Anyway, the children being in a enchanted state, like looking at this, was
Why is
very
there a
interesting
car?
to me. Oh well,
And they can't see it.
that is a good question. Yeah, like, hey, blindfolded children, here's some toys.
Wow, thanks.
Thanks, perfect lady. I feel like, again, giving them toys helps with that optimism, right? To try keep them fueled and happy, because you can then extract that happiness. Like, again, try not to think on physical images. Think of what it means for the world, right? To
Okay.
have their happiness and then extract that for benefit, for putting on skin, right? For your own selfish desires is what I'm interpreting from that.
What if the
You-
puppet used to be a kid? The one
Yeah, I
she's
think so. I think she was.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
okay,
For
okay.
100%. Is that the Nowhere saw that her vanity, and they were like, we can use you for this purpose. So the fact that it's called Backstage means that her purpose is to help the carnival in some way. Like, she's the one who's supposed to collect these kids, fit them into roles. I think some of them are puppets. It seems her role is to put people into their roles. That's why she has the yellow rain jacket. I think you fit into this role so that you get sent to the carnival. So like she's like the determiner, right? She figures out what role in the theater you play, is what I'm picking from this.
Right.
So yeah, some unfortunately don't
dear.
have any role. It's so dark. It's really, really, just so uncomfortable. The player is struggling a little bit, but it's fine. You do a little more exploring, and then you find Alone.
Alone.
It's Alone.
I missed
Ignore
her.
But Alone, wow.
oh.
It's Alone. Yeah.
I do wish they could have saved. I mean, a few of them, but
Yeah, again, they're not killed, but they are tied up because they have to serve certain purposes. It's interesting. Some of them seem willing or hypnotized. Some of them seem like constrain them a little bit. It reminds me a bit of Pretender. But anyway, so the perfect lady is like, ooh, you will make a nice specimen.
She
It's
seems
also-
to really
yeah.
like that doll out of all of them.
Right. It's I find it
Granted, she does look
interesting.
cool.
I do find it interesting that you have the green, red patterns.
All right.
There seems to be something going on there. She wants to use her alone for some.
She's so
some
proud of
purpose.
that creation, bro.
Do you think she created?
I think so. It has to be. It
Has to be.
her.
Because the
I
thing
don't
is,
think-
Louis definitely knows alone.
Oh, she
at this
fixed it
point.
at some point.
Fixed.
Because the next thing she goes to do is like, you'll see what she's gonna do.
Okay.
It's-
I was gonna say that alone seems to have existed before this because Louis knows her.
yeah.
Right? So we know that alone does exist before this, and that that's the map, right? Like the whole reason they're here is because they're following the map. So that's why I'm gonna say, like, I don't know if she was created per se, but
Okay.
again, I feel like it almost doesn't matter. I feel like it's always about cycles, like recycling the same things over and over again. So we're shown the guests again, or the carnival attendant. We have a reference again to the kin, or as I like to call him, the puppeteer. So we get to this room. This was another challenging puzzle for everyone. It was a tricky puzzle. I liked it. I really, really liked that they stepped up their puzzles and tried to use their mechanics in more creative ways. Very, very good. So yeah, you have to step on the right tiles and use hints to know where they are, or you can just brute force your way through it. So this player does it. It's interesting that these carnival guests are petrified. I wasn't sure what to make of that. You're shown a corridor that at the end of all their petrified bodies is her looking a bit more perfect, right? Looking a bit more pretty in a more ideal state. So we move on. There's a backstage area in the backstage area where you're introduced to a secret little statue here. There we go. Of the, a statue of the purple puppeteer and his little puppet.
That is terrifying.
No, he looks gorgeous. That's why he would put it like that. So it's like the writers are really trying to get us to focus on image and glory, right? Like always seeking more, right? So that people can see your muchness, right? To have this little detail here, it seems like they're really trying to like get it into our heads. So of how proud he is and just how important to the nowhere keeping people in these delusions of grandeur is. So Windows photos drives me insane. Yeah, you go through this area where you see her dumping off some suspicious sacks
She
of
is
stuff.
strong.
We died.
Have you guys tried? It looks
It's pretty
heavy.
tough. I will say one thing I didn't really like is that she seems everywhere. It's like you go far and then she's just, coincidentally now I'm moving the trash. It's like I feel like
She's
she
a
should have
busy woman,
assistants.
Joe.
But is she hunting you, or is she stroking dolls? Is she in her off time? It's like she's doing so many things. I thought they would have people helping her
She's
out.
very efficient at multitasking.
Like, I'm chasing you now. I'm pulling out the trash. Yeah, sure. So anyway, we find Alone. She does something again, but we're not really clear on what she was doing. Maybe it's just hair grooming. I know hair is hard.
Like, I think she seems to be putting more cotton in her. And then she's because they're a bit wet, so it's kind of like a process of adding cotton and making it dry for a bit so that it's balanced or something. I don't know, it could just be me.
I find it interesting there's also a puppet here, like for the carnival. So I'm like, I'm thinking maybe linked imagery with the puppet. I mean, from the first few seconds of the game, that's to me is 100% puppet imagery. So I'm wondering, we see a puppet here, we see people on things, and she herself is doing the same thing. I'm wondering if it's like that. We have
She's
this
upside
sweet
down.
scene. Yeah, she is upside down. So we have this sweet scene where they get her down, then they do a little bit hug, right? So it feels like they're setting you up to think, what has she done to her? Has she now changed her mind? Is she gonna kill? But she hugs, right? Which again confirms what I've been saying, is that she is sincere. But the sincerity doesn't mean that it's healthy for him, right? It means that it's just keeping him in delusion. At least for me, the trap is that she is a sincere, realistic doll to him. That's the trap. So Dime doesn't say anything. She's like, that's so sweet. But then there's no time because she's here. She's like, They flash and they run. They close the door. She stupidly walks up to the door, but that's fine. And then she bursts through, and so we remember that Alone is really strong. So she tries to like get ahead. She freezes him. You have to flash, and then she's like, "Oh no!" Then the lift starts moving up, and yeah, it's like a really morbid scene. Really interesting that they animated her eyes over here. You can see her like visibly getting more afraid. Look at she kind of squints her eyes and she's like,
Oh
it's
no, I
really
kind
dark."
of feel
Yeah,
bad.
it's really dark. Like man, Supermassive really know how to do gore, and I'm like, it makes me uncomfortable. Oopsie Daisy goes ahead,
Oh no.
and that is the end of the Perfect Lady, or at least this iteration of her, because again, I feel like the world works in cycles. They find people, they find kids that fit into their perfect roles. So, oh yeah, I'm taking some footage from Super Horror Bro here because he noticed a detail that I found interesting. So you're walking after the horror of the Perfect Lady, and Louis and Alone go to stare at a picture of what I think is the entrance to the carnival, right? It's not 100% clear here. I don't have like the clearest footage, but it looks like the entrance to the carnival. They just linger in it. Dime doesn't care, but they linger in it for a little bit, right? Just looking at it. That to me is a confirmation of what the whole point of this was. Just as the purple puppeteer has his puppet, so also does Louis have Alone. He's realizing that it's a cool idea to have this whole thing of theatrical, whimsical nature of a carnival. That's why he's like reminiscing on it. And this map also looks kind of similar to the mall. The advertisement for the mall that the dark version of 6 at the end of the second game was looking at. She's like, ooh, this sounds like a nice place to go to. So it's like, again, there's no like visible enemy in... what am I saying? There's no... When it comes to an arc enemy, there's nothing we can really see visibly except maybe some eyes, the sea of eyes, but they do hide themselves in these details, right? Like they're like, oh Louis, we just so happen to gonna put this poster over here for you to look at, so that, and they want him and his doll to serve as a representation of the carnival master, right? The main attraction of the carnival. So yeah, head into this room, and oh, wouldn't you look at it? What a coincidence! This is so strange that there's a mask. Oh, come on, Windows Photos, can you please?
Technical difficulties.
Oh, there we go. It just wasn't showing it for some reason. So isn't it interesting that we're shown a cloak and a thing just placed there? Just randomly placed there. So
it's not for the small puppet.
Not for what puppet?
The small puppet that the carnival guy uses.
Yeah, but for it to be on the floor, their size,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Right,
This is really strange.
All right.
So, interestingly, Alone is the one that gives the mask to Louis. Isn't that interesting? What coincidence
It
that is.
looks good on him.
It does look good on him. But okay, he's in raggedy clothes. He's being tortured in the real world by Otto, and so he seeks escape here. He finds companionship in these two. He's like, yeah, I feel like it would be happier here. So it's like he fits into this role play as a way to escape and to get away from how awful my real life feels. And so it's like the fact that she gives it to him in her sincerity.
Maybe he's worn it
like,
before.
It could be that these are different cloak and mask from the first game. However, what I'm starting to think, looking at theories and stuff, is that we can also interpret this as the first time he's received this. Meaning that this game is actually a prequel, not a sequel.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense, right? Because, for example, in the first game, he loses the map. He goes through the window, and then the map falls to the floor. So he lost the map. But yet in this game, he's holding a map. So it could be that he just drew a new one, or that is the same map, right? So you can take it in both directions, that this is a new, just coincidentally the same cloak and the same mask, or this is when we see him first wear it for the first time. So sequel, prequel could be equally likely.
I think also because Alone is here.
Yeah, to me, the fact that she's the one who gives it to him is really sus. Anyway, so Dime is like, whoa, is that the mall from Little Nightmares 1? And Alone is like, yes, Little Nightmares 1, we're returning to it in probably the third game. I mean, the third DLC. So they're pontificating on the lore of the mall.
Louis comes with his drip.
It is interesting that he would know, if this was a prequel, how would he know how to do that? But anyway, so he comes with his drip, yeah, and he's like stretches out his hand. She stretches out her hand. Again, she's really sweet. Both of them are really sweet. Dime is like, oh no, I couldn't possibly go. Because again, she's kind of made life work for herself here, clearly from our home. And so she's a bit hesitant. But I think because, yeah, they made companionship, she kind of accepts last minute. Has to accept pretty quickly because, you know, we're on animation time constraint here. And we go through, and it seems like the next game is going to take place in the mall. But not without one last tiny problem that they couldn't help themselves. Supermassive Games, of course, could not help themselves with this tiny little problem that came at the end.
Oh, it's horrible.
So we already saw this from the first game, and I talked about this in my video. Please watch my video. I'm so happy how many things are being confirmed from that video. But anyway, I explored in my video that the mirrors are supposed to be symbols of objectivity, right? They're not supposed to show you bogus. They're supposed to show things how they are. So he passes through fine, right? But anytime Alone is passing through, it breaks.
Oh,
because
man.
she's fake. She's not real. It's a contradiction.
Aww.
So, and because she went before,
man, she didn't deserve that.
In a mirror world, right? So we don't know her fate yet, but of course, Supermassive Games, they just couldn't help themselves. They're like, happy end, but we can't do happy endings. That's just like, we want to be morbid and macabre and things. So yeah, her fate is undetermined. She might suffer there.
No.
Because we know she can't wake up, right? Because made a decision maybe with the eyes or with the ferryman to keep her in that place. So we know she can't wake up. And that is the end of the game.
Okay.
So yes.
Man, it always be the selfless characters though.
I really liked her character. It's like just a few seconds and we see how big of a heart she has. I enjoyed this. This was a really, really
And she has
cool
shoes.
DLC. She does?
Yeah.
No, those are feet.
There's shoes.
Feet.
Like, pay attention. See the shoes. They're shoes.
I'm sorry, those are feet.
They're shoes.
I'm so sorry.
Look at that. What is that? Those are shoes.
It's feet.
What, guys? Help me out here. Those are shoes.
So clearly feet.
Oh,
Anyway.
You know what?
I enjoyed this. I enjoyed watching this. I would actually be willing to like buy this and play it for myself just for the DLC. If I had to like pick one like overall issue I had with Little Nightmares as a franchise overall is breathing new life into it. It's like, yes, the artwork is really good and super beautiful, like the beauty of the macabre is really, really nicely done, but it's like kind of doing the same things with a fresh coat of paint. It's like the same encounters with the monsters. It feels like samey things. I want them to think about how to innovate from the dollhouse aesthetic, right? Like exploring a dollhouse, throwing things at buttons, like just something new rather than what we've seen before, but just different.
Well, to be fair, I find the characters more interesting than the first and the second character games. They just have more personality than the third game even.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this. We shall see you when we see you.
Oh, I think I stepped on something sharp, guys.
Yeah, that makes sense. Bye.